Now, whittling is one of those down on the farm traditions that will probably never go away. Recently, Gretchen Bates met a farmer in Columbia whose whittling habit sort of evolved into a carving collection, one that's been more than 7 decades in the making.
You might not notice at first glance, but behind those clear blue eyes and crisp denim overalls lies the heart of a true romantic.
Now there's lots of hearts on them. That's for love, you know. I'm known as a spoon carver. In the history, I'll be known as spoon carver.
History plays a big part in Billy Roy Park's passion for turning a piece of wood into a work of art, especially when it comes to carving love spoons. Welsh love spoons are handmade spoons carved from a single piece of wood. Centuries ago, it was a tradition for a young man in love to carve a beautiful, intricate spoon for his lover in hopes that she would accept his spoon. Long, cold winters gave men many long nights to hone in on their whittling skills. This also showed the practical skills of the potential husband, which was a very desirable trait. The more difficult to carve a design, the more it would symbolize the depth of the carver's love. If a young lady accepted a man's spoon, it was a confirmation of their relationship to the community, which, by the way, is where the term spooning comes from. Given his natural ability to work a piece of wood, it's no surprise that Billy Roy had no trouble winning over the lady of his own affection.
Oh, my wife enjoyed my carvings. Yes, she certainly did. Iris was her favorite flower, and I carved a relief carving. It's a picture in a piece of wood. I carved 3 or 4 roses. It took me about a week to make one. Looks almost real.
As much as he loves carving love spoons and flowers, Mr. Park's collection is surprisingly diverse. Of course, he's been carving for a little while now.
And I've been carving about 75 years. Yeah, that's a long time. I just picked it up on my own when I was about 15 years old. Didn't have anyone to show me anything. Just came natural to me. Soon after I started, I went to carving birds. They're not too hard to carve. Now, wood carvers, professional wood carvers, they buy feet, legs, and eyes. I don't like that myself. That's not much craftsmanship when you do that. I make my own. I carve different things now and then, animals. Just whatever I've got a pattern of, I can carve anything if I've got a pattern to go by and a picture. When you're carving, you have to be careful not to cut something off that needs to be left on. It would just ruin it, of course. And once I'm carving on something, I don't like to stop to talk or to eat or to sleep. I like to keep carving. I'm into it that much. It takes a lot of hours on everything, though, as far as that goes. You've got to have patience and a sharp knife.
Patience and a sharp knife. And maybe a sense of humor, too, for the character pieces, that is.
The uglier you make them, the better. See the hands, big hands and feet. Now that's what you call a character carving. That's just one thing I show everybody. Feed the chickens.
Is it it's a cowboy that he's carving?
Yeah,
well, look at that. He looks kind of like you.
Think so?
Yeah.
Billy Roy has been carving wood for as long as he can remember. But growing up in rural Tennessee, there was real work to be done, and he wasn't one to shirk his work on the family farm.
Well, I always like to work, and I've done my part of the work on the farm. I just carved on my spare time. A lot of my carving is done between 5 and 10 o'clock at night. I joined a carving class about 1965. We had a class on carving spoons. I carved it, I enjoyed it, and I've been carving spoons ever since. I guess this is the most delicate one that I've made. That's spiral. And a lot of them have Celtic knots in the handle. That's an over and under. Then I finish one side and have to turn it over on the back. And sometimes I get confused. That's hard to do. Most anybody be glad to get one of these love spoons, especially the ladies. They love these love spoons.
The ladies love the love spoons, and they love Billy. And Billy doesn't intend to give up carving anytime soon.
I don't know what I would do with my spare time. I'm retired from farming now. I don't know what I would do if I didn't carve. I have no idea. I wouldn't change a thing about my life. If I had to live it over, it'd be the same thing, exactly. I'm sure God intended me to carve because I'm so good at it and all, and I enjoy it. There's no better hobby than wood carving, I don't think. It sure meant a lot to me.